We are back in the Den with this year's Plains Region Coach of the Year. And I know you don't like talking about yourself, but you know, at some point you got to kind of tip your cap to the Pac-Man here and your staff. I mean, congratulations on that recognition.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, you know, it's like I told everybody, like when people do those awards, sometimes it just goes to the guy that wins the region or whatever. But it meant a lot to me to like see our peers recognize the amount of hard work that it takes to start a program, and then to be able to go out and compete in that region. I mean, it's one of the toughest regions in the country, and I tell everybody, I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that make me look really good, right? I mean, our kids are doing the right thing, our staff's doing the right thing, our administration, our college, our fans, our parents, everybody's bought in, and everybody's allowing us to do what we need to. And like I said, you know, that's just making me look a lot better than maybe I am. But it's a great honor to have your peers, because it's all voted on from your peers. So to have my peers recognize, you know, what we're doing here is very, very humbling.
Yeah. When you guys started this, certainly you had some goals. Are you on track with your goal setting? I mean, you're pushing 9 guys through on the men's side into nationals. That seems pretty impressive. But realistically, what were some of your goals as you started this?
You know, I think we set some. I don't know that I'd say a goal, but we set some parameters, right? And we said, okay, our minimum piece is we want 5 guys wrestle at the national tournament. We want to try to be able to get top 4, top 5 at regions. We want to be able to make sure we have a winning record. You know, we want to have at least 1 to 2 All-Americans. So we're on track for those things on the guys. And with the girls, you know, we wanted to make sure that we qualified and got, you know, at least 10 to 12 girls to the national tournament. We'll have 14. So we're really happy about that. I mean, we've had the majority of our girls ranked throughout the year, and we're really on track with both of those. I mean, with the performance of this weekend at regions for the guys and the performance of the girls steady all year, I think it's really a testament to what that they're buying into the program.
Yeah, very much agreed. Let's swing back to the guys here and the way you guys kind of crushed it there at regionals. You sent 9 guys through, and maybe talk a little bit about that. But you know, do we want to single some folks out or not? But either way, right, that's a good group of guys that you're going to be taking to Council Bluffs.
Well, I mean, I know I look back and you look at a lot of these other programs that have been established for a long time, and they're really happy they're getting 3 or 4 people. And for us to get 9, and honestly, you know, our 25-pounder, if he would have wrestled, was ranked number 6 in the country. So realistically, there's not a reason we didn't qualify the entire team to the national tournament. But I mean, every single person really outperformed for the most part what they're capable of doing, and put themselves, you know, first spot to be an All-American now.
Yeah, and we talked after all this kind of went down, and you made a mention. You said, my guys really out-prepared a lot of their competitors. They out-prepared people.
And I think that's our goal always, right? It's like, there's that old saying that hard work can overcome talent, and lazy talent can't overcome hard work. And I think for us, as our kids have developed a good work ethic, they understand what's in front of them. They completely buy into the process, and they go, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this, even if I'm uncomfortable doing it. And I think that's the part that's making us very successful, is that the kids are willing to live through that uncomfortable feeling to be able to get that reward at the end of the day. And even if none of them All-American, getting to the national tournament is a huge testament. And to have every single person we took to the tournament qualify, that's a good day.
Yeah, that is a really good day. And that saying, you know, let's get comfortable being uncomfortable, I think they've bought into that. So, right, let's swing our attention over to the girls' side. You made a mention. You have had a lot of girls. They've been ranked throughout the course of the year. I mean, how tough is just to do that?
Well, you know, I think I think the girls have had that steadiness all year, right? I wouldn't say they really had like a real high and a real low, but I would say that they've been steady throughout the race. And at the end of the year, that's usually a really, really good place to be. Excuse me, Hasley's been ranked, and obviously Talia's been ranked, and Eve's been ranked high, and we've just had such a great piece of everything, from 101 all the way to 235, and the job that our girls are doing they're killing it. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, and it seems like it's been that way all year. They've been ranked top 10 most of the season. I think there's number 7 here. And
yep, they're number 7.
NJCAA poll. I mean, and it just seems to me that that's just kind of been a steady. It's just been steady the whole year, like you're saying. Not a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, and I think we still have some surprises. I think you're going to see Kiara.
Okay.
She's ranked. They've had her ranked between 7 or 8, and I'm telling you, she gets on a roll. She can win the national tournament, and we're really, really happy with her progress as of late. We're getting a couple girls back off of injury that that have been out for quite a while, like Talia. Nevaeh is wrestling really, really well right now. Sydney Bush, some of the other girls are really starting to come around, and we're really, really happy with that steadiness of the girls, and hopefully that continues through next weekend.
Peak at the right time here.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Lay out the nationals for us. How's all that work for folks where wrestling is kind of we've been following in this. It's a new thing for us. How's this national tournament work? How many you got to win to take it?
Well, I mean, we're gonna need 5 matches to be in the finals and to win the whole thing, and you're gonna have to win. You're going to have to win 2 on the front or 2 on the back, and basically 3 matches should get you an All-American depending on the brackets. We just don't know what the wild cards are for every weight class yet. We haven't seen them. Seeding meeting for the guys is tomorrow, and for the girls both. So we'll have a lot more information about the girls tomorrow because we actually are involved in that process. Each coach is allowed to be in the process if they want you to be. The guys are a little more closed off in that committee, so we have to try to see where that all lies and where it shakes out with the guys' brackets. But once you get that seeding done, you know what, we tell guys, you win 3 matches, you should be an All-American. So
we were talking before we started here, and you've got recruits coming and going, you're going out, and I mean, this just never stops for you. This is so much more than putting some people on the mat, and I mean, you're just crushing it.
If you want to win, you got to be willing to work, and it's hard for me to go out and tell our kids, "Hey, you gotta do this, you gotta be willing to work late, you gotta be willing to get up early, you gotta be willing to maybe miss a dinner to go do something else. You might miss some time with your girlfriend, your family." How would it look if I'm telling them all of that and I'm not doing it? These kids know. I was here early this morning wanting to make sure that we had things ready for those recruits. Went through and made sure all of our seating information was done. And I'll be on the phone tonight from pretty much the time we get out of practice until 10 o'clock, trying to bring in that next group as kids finish up the state tournaments. We really are getting a good idea on kids that we really like and kids that we feel meet like a scholarship threshold and ones that don't, and starting to have those hard conversations with kids now.
What's the percentage of your job? I mean, you're always busy, but I mean, how much time do you spend on recruiting? And we got a lot of freshmen, it looks like, on your current roster. How do you know if these folks will be coming back? I mean, are there unknowns in here? A person from the outside, I look at this and I'm like, my God, how's he doing this?
There's really not, I wouldn't say there's a lot of unknowns with who comes back, right? I think that's kind of a two-sided sword that people don't understand is, even at the Division I level, when they sign a letter of intent with a scholarship, people are like, oh, that's good for 4 years or 5. No, it's not. Things actually have to be re-signed every year. So that means assessments have to be done every year, right? Do we have kids that are going to class and doing the right things? Do we have kids that are socially doing the right thing? Do we have kids that are doing the right thing in the weight room? Do we have kids that are doing the right thing in the wrestling room? Are they showing up to team meetings? Are they doing all the things that we need them to do to get better? Because part of that process of kids coming back is us too. We have to say, hey, we don't really like where you're at right now. And we never make that judgment based off performance. We make that judgment based off doing the right things in the classroom and socially and academically. And those things are all taken into account when we start sitting down to look at our lineup for next year and realize where we have holes. We know that we have 2 kids that will be going out next year, and we're super happy about both of them, love them both. Kaz came in this year and done an amazing job for us. And he really exceeded every expectation that we had. And he's done a great job. He's a good leader. He's a good kid. He's going to do some nice things at the next level. And Jordan Omi is going to be transferring next year, even though he's only a freshman. We kind of had that agreement when he came in. Jordan and I's relationship extends back, 12 years. So we had that agreement coming in, and he'll be announcing his signing right after the week after the state tournament or after our national tournament. So we're really happy to see those guys move on. That's our ultimate goal,
That's
right?
what it's about. And another piece of this.
Yeah, people get caught up in, you should have him back for it now. We need to do what's right for kids. And if it's best for them to be closer to home or whatever the situation is, right? That's what you do. And you have to be willing to humble yourself, willing to sacrifice maybe a win here or there to be able to make sure that a kid's taken care of.
Do you taper down going into the Nationals? It looks like you're hitting it really just as hard as you have been.
You know what? I know there's a lot of coaches that go, slow down, speed up. I like consistency, man. I'm a guy that's always believed in consistency. I think that when kids know what's expected of them every single day, that's what they give. I think when you start tapering down, kids give less. Yeah. And in expectation-wise, just mentally in their head, they think that it's less. I want them to, yes, I want them to understand this is the most critical tournament of your college career to date. So I want you to understand how important it is. And we're not going to just, if anything, the first few days, like today's practice will be pretty miserable. But we want them
Tough, miserable?
Yes,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yes. We want them to understand that, the old saying, when the going gets tough, tough get going. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go in and we're going to freaking train harder than anybody else in the country today. And if someone out trains us, good, they can beat us. But good luck.
Yeah, it's that out preparing. And you see this in basketball too. A team gets up by 20, and they kind of let go of the rope a little bit.
Man.
And then before you know it, we got a ball game.
Right.
So what you're doing, you're getting out in front of this.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we're trying to do.
Terry, thank you so much. Congratulations on everything. I know you're not satisfied yet. There's still a lot of wood to cut here, and I know you guys are getting after it. So, man, we wish you the best at Nationals.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for your time. You're squeezing this in again. You got your hair on fire, guy. I don't know how you do it. I need some of your energy, but thank you for your time.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate the years,
Thanks
Steve.
so much. Best of luck. We're in the Den. Keep an eye on the Bobcat Wrestlers. The Nationals are coming up March 2nd and 3rd.
First weekend
of March.
The 29th, yep.
Yeah, and so that is going to be happening, and they're all over the social media. Be on the lookout. So thanks for joining us on this edition of the Den.
Thanks, everybody.